also wreck the lures with their teeth. We are out there neither to trash them nor admire them, but to catch them for breakfast. A sautéed young pickerel is more delicious than most fish. The paradox of pickerel fishing is that pickerel's culinary quality is in inverse proportion to its size. The big ones taste like kiln-dried basswood and are also full of bones. The Y-shaped intermuscular bones of the very young ones go down soft. Pickerel grow like bamboo. Ichthyologists have watched them grow an inch in 2 days. As far as I know, my father never fished for chain pickerel. When I was 3 years old, he was the medical doctor in a summer camp on the Baie de Chaleur, and he fished for salmon in the Restigouche with his bamboo rod. He fished with grasshoppers in a Vermont gorge and angleworms in Buzzards Bay, taking me with him when I was 6, 7, 8, and across the same years we went trout fishing in New Jersey streams. On opening day in April, we would get up in the pitch dark in order to be standing beside a stream at the break of dawn. One time, as dawn broke, we discovered that the stream was frozen over. On the way home, he let me drive. I sat in his lap and steered. Seat belts and innovation not yet innovated. These are my fondest memories of my father, his best way of being close, and I therefore regret all the more that my childhood love of fishing fell away in my teenage years and stayed away in favor of organized sports and other preoccupations. The dormant angler in me remained dormant until he woke up in Arctic Alaska for the purpose of eating grayling salmon and char. After that, I took fishing gear on other canoe trips, down the Allagash, down the St. John, but seldom used it until the October of my 48th year, camping with the Hackles on the New Hampshire island, watching the colors fall into the water and looking around for things to do. Sometimes when chain pickerel are hovering high, they see your moving fly from a distance and come for it, come right toward you, etching on the surface a rippling wake like a torpedo. It takes just one such scene to arouse you forever. Across an open channel from the New Hampshire island lay a quarter-mile of sharply edged lily pads, and soon we were calling it not a patch, but the patch. We scouted the lily pads of other bays and fished every one of them, but always came back to the patch. It was the home shore, running from a sedge fen off the tip of a neighboring island and along a white pine forest on the mainland to the near side of another island. Our wives, Anne and Yolanda, each the other's oldest friend, were absolutely uninterested in pickerel except with their toast and coffee. But from year to year, George and I grew better at fishing for them, each of us standing up and casting from his own canoe, anchored or drifting, sense of balance as yet uneroded. At the end of the 7th October, after Yolanda and I had driven home to New Jersey, we came up the driveway, and the telephone inside the house was ringing as we approached the door. My brother was calling to tell me that my father was in a Baltimore County hospital, having suffered a debilitating stroke. His room had a south-facing window. My mother, in a flood of light, 87, looked even smaller than she was, and space was limited around her, with me, my brother, my sister, and a young doctor together beside the bed. I was startled by the candor of the doctor. He said the patient did not have many days to live, and he described cerebral events in language only the patient among those present was equipped to understand. But the patient did not understand. He can't comprehend anything. His eyes follow nothing. He is finished, the doctor said. And we should prepare ourselves. Wordlessly, I said to him, "You fucking bastard." My father may not have been comprehending, but my mother was right there before him.